Want to be a bad roommate and a deadbeat dad? Watch how I ruin his whole life. Many years ago I lived with a real douchebag roommate, a 30-year-old scumbag Steve personified. Doesn't pay bills but racks them up, doesn't clean but makes messes. You get the idea. Sorry, but some character development is required. He's also really bad with his money. His paycheck goes straight to the loans, then he's broke for 13 days till the next payday. He spends those 13 days on the computer that he made 0 payments on, in his bedroom, trying to meet women online. Of course online, he can be anyone he wants to be, not a pathetic loser, so online he does pretty well. And in creating his phony life online, he uses achievements of people he knows in real life. This matters later. Oh, and I need to mention he's a deadbeat dad, has 10-year-old twin boys, and brags about how he's never paid a cent in child support, can't have utilities in his name, won't file a tax return, all to hide from child support, owes tens of thousands, if not more. I tried turning him in for it, but faced a wall of bureaucracy and apathy I couldn't penetrate. So let's call him DD for deadbeat dad. Anyway, he meets a young woman from Colombia online, and over a few months they fall for each other. Of course she's falling for a total liar and fraud, and she seems to be a genuinely nice girl. She thinks she's meeting a nice guy who wants to start a family someday. Kids are very important to her. DD repeatedly makes clear she's never to know about his kids or child support issues. She really doesn't deserve this guy to happen to her. They decide it's time for him to go to Colombia so they can finally meet. She just wants to meet. Of course, as far as DD the mooch is concerned, he's going to stay for life and mooch off her. Apparently her family doing well, not wealthy but mooch worthy. So he saves up, doesn't pay any bills, enough to go, and by enough to go, I mean just enough for the plane ticket, and literally not another dime in the world. He's all in on this trip. Now this was around 2000, no smartphones, no tablets, no airport Wi-Fi. The second he leaves the house, he's disconnected till he gets to Colombia. So the instant his ride pulled out of the driveway, I signed into DD's email, and sent her a simple one-sentence email, ask me about my kids when I get there. Apparently it went over about exactly as well as I'd hoped. They were over before they left the airport. Now of course, DD has no money and his return flight isn't for a month, and her family doesn't want him at their house anymore, obviously. But there's a saving grace for him. He'd told her during their courtship that he'd studied to teach ESL and is fully qualified to do so. In reality it was his boss at his former job who'd done it. DD is barely literate and couldn't teach stink to crap. Well, her dad is apparently a higher up in Colombia's Department of Education, their equivalent, and a very nice guy, and had found DD a job he could have once he arrived, as a surprise. Now he only offers the job to save face himself at work, and to get DD to earn money to go home, get his own place, basically get out of their lives. All he has to do is provide proof of his credentials, of which he has none whatsoever.